Today I fucked up by dumping a massive turd in IKEA. So, I made a new account for this one because it is too embarrassing. It happened about a year ago. I am healthy and I eat well and enough fibers, but for some reason I usually don't poop for up to 2 weeks interval and then suddenly I'll go 2-3 times in the same day, and the poop is massive. Like minimum a feet long every time, and I'm 5 feet 9 inches. It goes smoothly and is expeditive, but when I have to go I have to go. Today I fucked up when I went to IKEA with my girlfriend for a bookcase and some outside chairs, and suddenly, I need to go. My girlfriend says, "Well, please wait until we scan these at the checkout. I can't lift the furniture by myself." I decide to wait to help her, but when we get in line we notice it is pretty long. Still I decide to wait with her. But, like I said, when I have to go, it is urgent. So after about 2 minutes I just tell her, "I'm sorry but I need to go," and she is pissed all right and complaining. But I just head to the bathroom before it is too late. I get in, and thankfully the bathroom is empty. The first stall's toilet is full of toilet paper and urine, so I'm like ew fuck that, so I go the other one. In there I unload the most massive turd I've ever done. I don't know about your IKEA, but in ours the toilets are gigantic. Still the poop reached the bottom of the tunnel and climbed out all the way to the outside of the toilet. It was at least 3 feet long. I was amazed and scared at the same time. I flushed first before I wiped, because I'm used to having plumbing problems. It does not go. It does not go. So here I am panicking, but there's nothing I can do, so I make sure no one's outside and I go in the first stall to wipe my butt so the paper don't clog the toilet with the poop, but turns out this one was clogged already, explaining the paper and the urine left in it. I get out and begin to wash my hands, when another customer arrives. I watch him the mirror discreetly and in terror as he does just like I did. He goes in the first stall and decides that it is too disgusting, so he moves to the other stall, the one with the 3 feet long turd. I'm panicking but I decide to stay cool and act like I just peed in the urinals. As I'm drying my hands, I watch him as he slowly opens the stall's door and just stands there staring. He just lets go a very weak, high-pitched and discouraged, "Aw man. It is so funny I can barely hold in my laughs, so I get out as fast as I can without running, and meet my girlfriend waiting for me outside, more pissed than ever after scanning the items all by herself. I go to her and before she can say anything, I say, "Look, we need to leave now," as I'm giggling aloud. She looks at me very puzzled but slightly amused as I take the cart and start pushing it half running towards the exit. No way I'm going to be known in the IKEA as the massive turder. Once outside and safe I tell her the whole story and she laughed and forgave me for leaving her at the checkout line. "Aw man" is one of our favorite calls now. Too long did not read. I dumped a massive turd in IKEA and saw someone question his own existence after meeting it. I simply cannot fathom the logistics of expelling a 3-foot crap sausage. Do you need to start getting up midway through? Do you move your ass in a circular motion to create a shit coil? So many questions. Okay, but can we talk about the shitting every 2 weeks thing? Do you notice a significant change in weight? Does your stomach bulge up then flatten out after? I have so many questions. Usually, you buy things that you have to put together in IKEA. You left something to be taken apart. Dude, only crapping twice a month is a serious health issue. You're a great writer, but I'm kinda thinking you need to go see a gastroenterologist. And now we wait for someone else to post. Today I fucked up by shitting in an IKEA showroom toilet because all the real toilets were already clogged. Today I fucked up by grabbing a handful of free condoms. Today when I was leaving the aesthetic nurse's office, I figured I'd run to the bathroom real quickly on my way out. The nurse practices out of an obgyn and the bathroom had a basket full of free condoms. These condoms were the wacky neon rainbow-colored ones of assorted flavors. I thought they were funny so naturally I grabbed a few of them. After leaving my appointment, I went to drop some paperwork off at the sheriff's office. The desk lady was extremely abrasive so I left the office area in a huff and headed towards the main doors. Flustered and walking quickly, I heard one of the men waiting in the main lobby say, "Oh wait miss, you dropped something." Thinking it was one of my important papers, I quickly turned around to see him picking up the most offensive colored, vibrant neon condom packages I had grabbed earlier. Dread and absolute mortification overcame me as I went to grab it from him. Not really knowing what to do, I just very cheerfully said, "Well, that's super embarrassing," to which he gave me a startled look. I took it and rushed out the door. I called my mom right after and she said, "And that's why you don't steal free condoms," To which I replied, "It's not stealing if they are free, and the real lesson here is don't go to the sheriff's office with a purse filled with condoms." Too long did not read. Grabbed some free condoms, dropped one whilst in the sheriff's office, only knowing it because an older gentleman picked it up and handed it to me. Edit. For the record, the whole instance stopped being embarrassing and became very funny the moment I got into my vehicle. I would totally do the same. Not the go to a sheriff's station and drop a condom, but the grabbing a handful of them part. Colorful condoms sounds fun. It's just like gacha. What color do you think we'll get today? Ooh, orange. Dear God, not again. It's great that you're practicing safe sex. Your mom is wrong. Use them and stay healthy and unpregnant. I had a similar thing, grabbed the condoms and had to go into a government building where my bag was searched. The guy was struggling. He said something like, "Gee, you're awfully active." Luckily he was so grossed out he didn't search too well after that and missed the month-old bag of palm tree I had left in there. I understand that you feel embarrassed because you might be reserved about your sex life, but practicing safe sex isn't anything to be embarrassed about like the others are saying. I used to feel embarrassed buying condoms, but I switched it to some sort of pride. First off, I'm having sex, which feels good and is fun. And second, I'm being smart about it, which means you can have some sort of pride about it if you ask me. So power to you anyway. Well, that's super embarrassing. Handled that like a pro. I love it. Well done. What is an aesthetic nurse? Today I fucked up. In the chaos of the day, I accidentally sent my wife's nude to a bunch of my coworkers. Today at work I made a huge mistake. I have a text chain with my managers that we use for work-related business all the time. The first guy in the group has a name that starts with the same letter as my wife. I had been texting my wife all day because something at the house had broken. Meanwhile, work was getting insane. I was firing off messages left and right. Sensing my stress, my wife sent me a surprise naked photo. It was perfect, and she looked perfect. I quickly saved it, opened up the Draw app on my phone, and as was a joke between us, quickly doodled on it, drawing a penis and the word, slut. Then pressed forward, clicked the contact and pressed send. The picture flew away. I went to text her something else and didn't see the photo. It took a moment to hit me. Then the manager group texted. Quickly. And repeatedly. I switched over to the manager account, with all of my male coworkers, and there was the photo of my wife, fully exposed and naked. I had to send a message apologizing and asking if anyone needed to talk about it. No one did. But I'm sure they all saved it. And that'll make the work barbecue next weekend a little weird. Too long did not read. Accidentally sent my wife's naked photo to my managers. Edit. My wife is aware that this happened. While she was very angry, a few hours later she asked what everyone said about her. Since no one said anything, I'm trying to gather some compliments to pass on. Been there before. Had to show my boss some site photos of a construction job we were working on. He starts flipping through the pictures on my phone, then all I remember was, "Oh no," and he quickly passes the phone back to me like a hot potato. I don't know what happened right away, but when I looked myself, he went one picture too far. My wife had used my phone a day before to take a better look at a zit on her vag. She used my phone cause it just happened to be there at the time. So, you told her, right? We don't want to see today I fucked up part 2 when she finds out and you didn't say shit. Managers group. Our wife. Oh no, not today Reddit. Not today. GIF. Giphy. YTVCIWQNJHUMA. Does anyone actually believe this happened? Seriously? I mean, he is so embarrassed that he actually also posted it on Reddit. Why would you share the photo on Reddit? If I were her, I would divorce you after this. Today I fucked up by Pavloving myself into being horny at the smell of olive oil. Obvious throwaway. Look, I live with my parents. They are two nosy assholes. I can't hide much from them, so clearly I can't have a lube stash. I'm also currently single and horny all the time. That's a fatal mix. Let's cut to the chase. Jerking off the good old-fashioned way gets old pretty fast, especially if you're giving yourself the death grip syndrome. So I had this crazy and wild idea to use a rubber glove as a fleshlight. The friction bothers me though, better use some lubricant. Water? Ew, no. Saliva? Don't have enough of it. Soap? No, it burns. Actually getting laid? No way, I'm a Redditor. Then it hit me. Olive oil. Perfect lubricant straight from Mother Nature, not suspicious, can have great salad afterwards, easy to wash off. So I go to town. Easily one of my best self-performances ever. Thing is, when something feels so good and has no immediate consequences, it becomes a habit. So that ends up becoming a weekly appointment. Which brings us to last month. I was preparing pizza with my family, so I take the olive oil bottle out of the cupboard, remove the cap, and a few moments later realize the mere smell of it is giving me a full-on boner. I excused myself, I'm not even sure anybody noticed, I hope not. But it happened again, at least twice since then, including today. Holy fuck. I guess I'm oilosexual now. So yeah, I basically invented an entire new paraphilia. Life goals. Can I even reverse Pavlov out of this? Or am I forever condemned to having wet dreams about Italian food? I don't know. And #X200B. TLDR. I took a habit of jerking off with olive oil and unknowingly developed a fetish for it. This is the most Italian thing I've heard. I bet you the extra virgins you sick fuck. Pinched fingers, pinched fingers. 2. Un-Pavlov yourself. Repeatedly expose yourself to the smell but don't pair it with all of the terrible things you've been using it for. Over time, it'll lose the connection. Don't use olive oil, it turns rancid on your dick pretty soon. Coconut oil is antimicrobial and actually moisturizing, it's a win-win-win. Op proceeds to cross off the extra virgin on the olive oil bottle. Plato approves. Move to ancient Greece. Imagine this guy at an Olive Garden,